Hey guys, Comsci Girl 523 here, and we're back finally with SolveIT Case 7, the missing piece. Again, sorry this took so long to create. I am back in school, so it is kind of difficult. I have to get my schoolwork done first before I was able to work on this. But it's finally here, so I guess we'll get started first. Once again, thank you to my playtesters, very much appreciated. And yeah, I guess we'll get started. Again, like my other playthroughs, I will kind of just summarize what's going on. I'll summarize what's going on basically in the chat. And give you solutions to any puzzles. You can read the book. It's basically telling you a recap of what happened last time, and then the instructions for your settings. So let's get started. So basically that was a recap from what happened at the end of the last map, so now we're going to call Miss Terry. So you tell Miss Terry what happened. She said she was afraid this was happening, and then basically she knew that he was sending you the notes. She said to go straight to the hotel, don't talk to anybody. I think I fixed that problem. So you're just going to check in. Very important, do not lose this book. Like I said in the important introduction book, a lot of the stuff you find will be used as evidence, so it's important to try to keep it somewhere near you, so you can use these chests to like store stuff. So I guess I'll store this in here. And I don't need this right away. Just hope I don't forget it there. You explain who you are. They say Leon is upstairs and wants to talk to you. They all know about Holman. We finally meet the infamous Ivan Leon. Basically explains that he has a case for you, which is not the case to find Holman, unfortunately. It has to do with the local museum. So you get your dossier out of your office. Apparently some of their relics have gone missing from their latest exhibit that they're trying to create, and you need to tell the ticket seller that you're there. Let's head on over to the museum. So he's in the Villager Civilizations wing. So this is the Villager Civilizations wing. You can feel free to explore the museum. If you press different things, it'll tell you about the displays. He's going to explain what's been going on, that items have been stolen, and he wants you to figure out who stole them. But he doesn't want you to go undercover, which is quite odd. He gives you access right away, and that just seems way too easy. Also, when you walk down this way, you may recognize a few people. These are famous modern-day Minecraftians. So if we go up to the second floor, so you meet Norman. He's one of the people that's working on the new exhibit about the end, and apparently $1,000 worth of items have been stolen so far. And this is the other person working on it, Kathy. You tell her that Anders sent you. She tells you that Mr. Wilson, who is Norman, doesn't help much. She gave you a key to her toolbox, so if you need stuff out of it. So let's explore the room. Shattered glass, but it's fallen out of the case, not in the case. It's a pickaxe, but it might have fingerprints. So let's see if there's something in here we can use to pick up the fingerprints. We use a rag. That way we don't get our fingerprints on it. Picked it up. Apparently Kathy needs a hand. There's an exhibit downstairs that needs to be fixed. So we're going to hold on to this as evidence. And then I guess we'll just hold on to the keys over here. There's a lot of keys and stuff you'll need. So just kind of holding on to them is a good idea. Unlike previous maps, you are in easy mode, so you will get hungry. Just a heads up. Gives you instructions on where to put things. You can really just decorate it any way you want in there. It says something about the wooden pickaxe mixing, and you have the wooden pickaxe, but you don't want to put it back yet because that's evidence. So you can just decorate the inside of here as you see fit. And then press the button. Done. So we're going to go check the security office now. We're going to meet Jane. I can tell you that there's new shipment in storage. So we need somebody to open them. So from over here, we'll get the axe. Sorry if I sound kind of funny. My allergies again. We'll check all these. Doesn't matter what order you're checking them in. Interesting. Foreign business card. Guess that's everything. So now we'll go back and talk to Jane. Tells you that she's been working there as long as everybody else. Guess we should go talk to John. There's someone named Rob, and they know we work at SolveIT. So they say to go to the desert display. And he says, compared to most, I rarely repeat myself. No need for a torch to see the lamplight. Interesting. So we're going to go to the redstone exhibit. Again, feel free to explore the exhibits. Compared to most, I rarely repeat myself. You don't need a torch to see the lamplight. The names of the people that are about to appear should look familiar. And they explain where they've seen them before. So if you've played my previous maps or watched the videos of my previous maps, these are all characters that have appeared in those previous maps. They're actually working with Homan undercover. So they give you Homan's notebook. So they want you to try to figure out where Homan is. So you have Homan's notes now, you can read it. And you need to go to talk to SolveIT about getting the pickaxe analyzed. So you can read Homan's notes. It is kind of long, so you can just read pages 2 and then 20 to 22. Those are kind of the important pages. So I'll just show those on screen real quick. And then there's a lot of notes if you want to read them. These are his suspects. And that's the last thing he wrote. Let's put that there. So this, there, and then we're good. And we'll head back to SolveIT. They tell you that you can have anything you want analyzed in the lab that's in the basement. And we're about to meet Conrad, who is the lead detective at the main agency here. He's actually working on the case to find Homan. He says to go talk to Amelia. She should be in her office. That name looks familiar. Feel free to look in there if you'd like. Tells you need to get something to get the fingerprints from for each of the suspects. So now you're going to head back to your office. So that being said, we're going to keep all the stuff. I recommend keeping like all the stuff for Homan's case in one part of your inventory, and stuff for the museum case in another part, because it will get kind of confusing after a while. But that's just a tip. I need to go back to my office. He's just checking on you, and you want to know where Homan's office was supposed to be. Apparently you were supposed to share that office you got with him. But that office was only set up for one person when you got here. So we have some emails. You can click on any of these to read them, but this one seems important. So we need to go to the Got Dough Bakery. It happens to be right here. We talked to Jim and Juliet. They said they found this on the train. Said he'll send you instructions. that you need to get the fingerprints off of this, as well as fingerprints from the suspects that Holman had. Now, those suspects, you're going to want to keep that stuff separate, because that stuff cannot go to SolveIT, because that would raise suspicion. Better head back to the hotel, because it is getting late. So I'm going to keep this stuff on this side. Manager has some stuff for you. Gives you 2 books, and you can read these in your room. This is from Miss Terry, telling you what's going on so far. This is how to fingerprint. You'll need this book later. So for now, I'll put that in there, because that'll be important. I'll put this in here. Anything pertaining to Holman's case, I'm just going to put in this chest, just for the sake of having it somewhere. It's not going to cause... Don't need that. That. Oops. So now we're going to head back to the museum and try to get the fingerprints from the suspects for the museum case. Guess he wanted to use the elevator. Sorry about that. Go to John's office first. Computer password. We'll take one of these pencils as evidence. And a villager's favorite thing. You can click on each of these to see what he's been up to. So, he's looking for vacation locations. He's been talking to somebody called ntraveler@si.org. SolveIT email. And then he's been playing Spider Solitary. But nothing much else. Uh-oh, he's coming back. Tell him we don't have too much concrete evidence. And we're gonna go talk to Jane. So John told her that we are in fact a detective, but that means we get the surveillance footage, which happens to be in here. Now let's see if we can get into this computer. We also have a coffee cup that has Jane's fingerprints on it. Hold on to that. Alright. So it kind of just tells you what the camera status was on that day. And now we're going to go and see if we can get Norman and Kathy's prints. He had a secret compartment which had a piece of paper which we're going to take. And then let's see what's up here. Kept your notes in here. And someone's calling us to the creeper exhibit. So now I got all 5 pieces of evidence for this case that we can go put in the fingerprint analyzer. But first we need to go see what's going on at the creeper exhibit. That just wasn't there before. Fake explosion. Someone pulling a prank? So we need to get back to lab. But first, let's see what was in the chest. Threatening note and torn paper that says SI. Okay, we can just hold on to this, I guess. And we'll head back to the lab. She tells you to go to the fingerprint analyzer, which is right through these doors, and upstairs. So we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 items. And this should be spinning now. If something falls out, just put it back there. And now they're being analyzed. So we're going to head back to our office. So we need to get fingerprints for all of Holman's suspects as well. So since Conrad's not here, let's try to sneak into his office. So this is a lockpick. Object is to get Lappy's block onto Sea Lantern. Now his office is unlocked. This is Holman's case, so you can read through this and see what he's thinking so far. And what have we learned? Never trust paintings. So he has several copies of his password. We're going to take one, and we'll also use that for fingerprints. And he just has many, many emails between him and Leanne. And there's Amelia. So she gave us this book that has the fingerprints. One of these fingerprints matches the pickaxe, which will tell you after you click here. So Norman's matches, but we need to make sure that it was actually him, so let's go watch the surveillance footage. So I'm going to keep, that's for Holman's. We can use this for Holman's. That, there's going to be better. That's it. So I'll put it in here. So the thief ripped their coat. So if we find Norman's coat and it's torn, we know it's definitely Norman. So we need to hurry up and run back to the museum. So Charlie has a note for us, which gives us her fingerprints, but also tells us something. So we can look at the note after we deal with Norman. So all of their coats were in the security office. And it is torn. Jane's gonna go call the authorities, and he was found last in the Redstone exhibit. Oh, I don't want to wear it. Norman. He admits that he did it. Need something to trap him. Oh, look, a convenient button. He said he didn't get paid enough for this. Something tells me these two cases are connected. Anyway, now we can go to the gas station and get the stuff that we can use to make the fingerprint analyze the fingerprints by hand. That's what I meant to say. I was going to say make the fingerprints, but it's lift the fingerprints. There's two mysterious people talking about someone's name that starts with the letter H. They ran out this door. Let's see if we can follow them. And they turned down this alley. But of course we missed them. But we found another piece of paper. SI. Also, this was the note we received from Charlie. Package is delayed. So that must be from Miss Terry. Now let's head back to the gas station to finish getting stuff we need. So to run these tests, we can go back to the hotel. Which is also where we left the rookie book, so that comes in handy. Ticking sound. There's an explosive. Oh, wait. So if you don't flip the levers in time, you do get to try again. No. It is possible to flip all the levers in time. You just have to remember where they're at. Nope. Not quite. Also, I'm flipping them in the wrong order. There we go. So we disarmed it. So we just need to make the fingerprints now. So we need... Okay, this is Charlie's. And we need... Where did I put Ivan's? Nope, I put it here. And then. So we need to make chalk dust. And then all you need to do is throw one piece of chalk dust, one piece of tape, one piece of paper, and one piece of... not that. One piece of evidence. And it gives you the prints back. Did I grab the wrong book? Yes, I did. Once you have all of them, it'll be brought to this room to look at all the fingerprints. So I have a lot of stuff in my inventory now. So the two end rods match Arch. Amelia's matches a loop. Charlie's matches a whirl. And both Conrad and Ivan's match the end rod and match Arch. We got email. It's from Miss Terry. She says that there's something at the post office for us. So let's do it. But first, I'm going to get rid of all these. I'm going to take this with me. We'll head to the post office. That name sounds familiar. Play it cool like you don't know him. Got the package, and we're gonna go back to solve it. So we have all of our armor back. The few extra things. Actually, I'm going to take this off because I need these first. And the communicator. So Angela was talking to us through the communicator. We got it narrowed down to 2 people, Ivan and Conrad. We need to get into Ivan's office to see what's going on. And how we're going to do that is by crawling through the vents. Alright, so if we walk up to our vents, we are now in the vents. Oop, if you double tap spacebar and press forward, you'll end up going into the vent. And Angelo's going to tell you directions, but he can only tell you north, south, east, or west. If you really need to, F3 brings up what direction you're facing, right on the left side of the screen, right above biome. Because you will get turned around while going in the vents, because they kind of go every which way. I actually need to check. Yeah, I'm right. So now we are above Ivan's office. And you say you hear something behind one of the wooden doors. Conrad's been trapped. So it must be Ivan. So he said something about Ivan hiding something in here. Yep, a spare key. Now that we're out of the vents, I'm going to put my actual armor on. You can look in here. There might be a few things you might want to take with you. You don't have to. Though I wouldn't suggest that you don't take them, but I do suggest you do take them if you want. You don't have to. Have hands but cannot catch. You're a clock. And they said they're not too worried about us. We'll see. Well, now they're worried. The guards. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. And now we're about to face Leon. We know it has something to do with end and money. And he's sending skeletons to attack us. Nope. Uh-oh. I can't. Oh dear. Where's the magma cube? Oh, I saw another one. So he's trying to bring the Ender Dragon into this world. Let me just hop up here first. He wants to have all the power and control that the Ender Dragon would bring him. He says you'll fail like Holman did. And face the winner. In case for the other effects, Get down there. Good. You might want to wait for the wither to wear off. I've been lost. So now we're going to get out of here because we have now saved Detective Holman. So this is a week later. And we're going to head back to SolveIT. Because now Holman's in charge. Well, temporarily anyway. Hey, Miss Terry's here. Turns out her and Charlie are siblings. And now Holman's giving a speech. They decided that Holman is now the new CEO of SolveIT Inc. He's going to move all of the SolveIT offices to more convenient places. And Stephanie says that Holman wants to talk to us in his office. Holman says he needs someone to take over for the branch that he used to be in charge of. He needs someone who's smart, not afraid to take on a challenge, and excellent at solving mysteries. He needs you to do it. He has just one question to ask. Are you ready for your next case? And that, my friends, is SolveIT Case 7. I hope you guys enjoyed this series as much as I enjoyed making it. Unfortunately, this is the last map in this series. That does not mean that I'm not going to make any more mystery maps. I do have plenty of ideas for more mystery maps. I just don't know if I'm going to call them SolveIT or not, or if SolveIT will be in the title. I kind of just explained that on the wall here. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching and or playing these maps. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making this. And yeah, so this is everybody. There's me and then my 3 playtesters who helped me out. Thank you so much for their help. And yeah, that's all for now. So check out my mini mysteries, I guess. I will be creating more mysteries, like I said. I'll create mysteries on there. I'll also create some full maps as well. Keep on the lookout for updates on what is the next map I'm making on my channel. I'll put it in the description of my channel. I change it every once in a while saying what I'm doing. And yeah, so hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you.